Got to take a bit of a different approach today for obvious reasons. So we've got no heating or lights. So we cut these at 1.5 max and give it a 6-inch 150mm lap. Flooring's down about 55 square metres. Underlay. It is Thursday and it's -5 and it is blitz. Just popping the glass in now, taking the beads off. What gets done. This is what we're working on at the minute. Tile hanging on the gable. Morning guys. Right, we've got Monday morning, back to the 𝐥𝐤𝐤 loft conversion. Got to take a bit of a different approach today for obvious reasons. Although the snow does look nice and everyone finds it exciting, it does cause a bit of a problem when you're trying to tile a roof back in. The scaffolders have been out Saturday, done the business, got this extra lift up for us, so now we can sort of semi-safely finish that front off, which is all good. And then we're just going to carry on, work our way around the back, go up along the bottom of the dormer, up the sides and along the top. Once that's all done, we can get the tiles up the sides, soakers, and then we can get that flat roof on. So yeah, a couple of days here this week, 2 or 3 days, probably a day or 2 at Western Road, getting the flooring down. Chris, the decorator, is up there. He started this morning, so I just dropped some lights off to him, some leads and that, and that's it. Yeah, so all good to go. Right, what's happening guys? Jesus Christ, it's cold. Nice though. Right, we've just got these battens through this front, so we can follow these tiles through now, and then we can take them up the side of that verge. Just waiting for the 𝐾𝐨 battery to charge so we can get them battens on. So we're going to get set up in here now, doing the cuts and the soakers up the side of that dormer. Right, that is about us, just getting the tools down. Well, Chris is getting the tools down. So I'll just have a quick walk round. We just dry cut this verge in and done the soakers rather than mucking it in now. 1, it's too cold, and 2, it's just easier to do that after. So don't nail any of these M1s. And they can just come out, that's no drama. It's probably better to leave that until this dormer's done as well, just in case there's any breakages. And also we tiled through the front just to see exactly where we're going, so that's all good. This top row is going to come off, and I've got some brown eaves. I think it will match in a lot better. And we've also tiled in up the side there as well. You can see they're the brown ones, so they don't stick out as much as a red one will. So happy days, that's getting more and more watertight by the day. Due to the weather, probably looking like we're gonna be tile hanging this dormer and this gable wall. That means we can push on, we don't have to wait, we're not governed by the weather. So that's us, take care, see you tomorrow. Right, what's happening guys? Tuesday morning, I'm just over at Western Road. Just dropping a few bits and pieces off, a few materials. Just checked in, see how the boys are getting on. We've got the decorators here. We've got no power upstairs because we're waiting for UK Power Networks to fire us up. So we've got no heating or lights. So we've got lights and heaters all plugged in. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, well, they've always said that. Couple of meters. Right, what's happening guys? So just back over Billericay loft conversion, enjoying the views again. So just to finish the day, we've got the last strip of felt through above the dormer and just used all of the battens that we have. We run that verge in the other day, so we had to do a little bit of setting out just to double check. So when if you need a level line when you're above anything or up the top end of the roof, you can use the ridge as opposed to the fascia. So same sort of thing. I put a mark on this side where our tile was, checked it with the other side, pinged the line through, and then just measured down off the ridge to check that it was nice and level. And it was about within 10 mil, so happy days. You can always add 1 mil per batten to pinch it up. That's no dramas. So we put them in at 200s just to hold the felt down. That felt goes over the top. So that's the last bit of felting done. So yeah, 𝐥𝐤𝐤, well happy with that. I won't be this. Right guys, so the lead apron's been installed. As you can see, we've got a nice upstand. Kept it in line with these tiles, so you've got enough cover. There is an eave tile below that as well. Cut these at 1.5 max and give it a 6-inch 150mm lap. I like to round the corner off just to give it a little bit of an edge. Don't have to do that. You can install lead clips as well, but because it's only on plain tiles, it's going to have battens over the top of it as well for the tile hanging, so there's no chance of that dropping. So that is that. 9-inch lead, code 4, 225 is it, I think. Right, what's happening guys? We're over Western Road today. Me, Scotty and Chris, as I said yesterday, getting the flooring down, laminate flooring and the skirtings ready for Chris and his gang, the decorators. They're pulled off site today to give us a chance to get it down. So again, we've got the 𝐥𝐤𝐤𝐞 V-groove style in grey, same as upstairs, just keep it all the same. I'm going to go for white walls everywhere and then white skirtings. Little bathroom was done yesterday, can't really see it in there. That's the LVT as well, so that's PVC or vinyl, so you won't have any issues with water. You've only got a sink area and a toilet in there as well, so that's all good. We're on the last little bit now, finishing off, and then we'll hit these skirtings. Right, what's happening guys? It is now just gone 3 o'clock and we've got it all done. So flooring's down, about 55 square metres, underlay and the 𝐥𝐤𝐤𝐞's flooring. Skirtings are all on. Just having the final hoover up now. So it's starting to feel like a usable space now. Got the 𝐥𝐤𝐤𝐞 on there. Happy days. This is going to have a cupboard over it. It's going to have the boiler. Just put a nice little cupboard in there, or a stud wall with a couple of access doors, something like that. Something nice and simple. Maybe 2 sets of double doors, and that will finish that off nicely. Keep it all neat. That's pretty much it for today. So see you tomorrow. Right, what is happening guys? It is Thursday and it is -5 and it is blitz. Me and Chris are over Billericay cracking on with this loft conversion. Just to keep you updated, we're going to hit this, got the green light to do tile hanging on this dormer and this gable wall, because the client wants to get it pushed on because of the weather. We're not going to be able to render it, so we're going to go with that. We're going to reform the opening on the side, so we've got access to get our 8x4 sheets in, sheet material, insulation and plasterboard. I've booked in a loft loader for Thursday next week, so I've got to clear that front off and I'll just get it delivered what I need, everything, so it's here ready, just in case there's any dramas over the Christmas period. Setting out on this. So you want your tile to finish to the bottom of that lead. So basically just measure from the bottom of the tile to the bottom of the lug, and then transfer that measurement from the wherever you want the bottom of your tile to finish, and that'll give you your first batten. And these are set at 115 mil. So Chris has cut a couple of spacers at 80 mil, and he's just using them as a guide. So get the first one in level, and then the rest will all follow suit. Side ones, just pin it on flush on the corner, and then run round with a level. Once you've got one about 3 foot, you can just use the spacers or just level each one, either or. I need to speak to the building inspector about the other side, because it's a party wall. You got this fire regs and all that, so he may well ask for a fireboard, a render board on the outside. So I need to double check that just before I batten it, because that would be silly. I've just gone to Benfleet, picked up the 2 windows, so we're gonna get them installed now. So exciting times for the customer. Bit of finishing action going on, so that's it for the minute. Right, I'll just explain what I did, just to simplify things. I'll check the seal with a level, put packers on it with my long 4-footer, just to make sure that's spot on. I cut the seal down to the same width as the window, and I screwed it to the bottom of it, just to stop it moving about, keep it nice and solid. Then I foamed the bottom, dropped it in place. I cut a timber wedge. You can get them little inflatable bags, they're probably a lot easier, but if you ain't got that, just cut a little wedge, bang it in the top, just to keep the window from moving about. Then you can make your adjustments while it's held in place. Move it left and right. Put another one in there, another wedge, just to pull that in plumb. Measure your distance off your reveals, keep them the same to keep the window nice and square, and then once that's in line, just plumb it up. Happy days. So now you've got 2 options. You can foam it now, let that sit like that 10-15 minutes, and then you can open up the windows and get a fixing in it, or get some more wedges in it to hold it in place, stop it moving, then you can fix that. Happy days. And then foam it after. Just popping the glass in now, taking the beads off. Yeah, it's quite straightforward really. Just make sure you put them to the side, which ones are which, so you got left, right, top and bottom. I normally you need to put the bottom or the top one in first. I normally put the top one in, that just holds the glass, stop it moving. When you put the sides in, you want to clip the top in, bend it out, clip the bottom in, and then just tap it up nice and easily. In this cold weather, you've got to be a bit careful, because obviously the glass is a bit fragile, so that's it really. You have to put yourself a little packer in. This is an opener, so it's going to have to be toe and heeled. It doesn't matter that much, because our supplier puts a like a little fillet on it, so if it does ever drop, it will still won't have any issues shutting, so that's all good anyway. A couple of packers in it, just to sit it in there nice, and that's it. That little one's done. Right, what's happening, guys? Friday morning. It's the end of the week, which is great, but I've got shitloads to do on this lock conversion. I'm trying to get it all done, all the outside finished, so I can get the scaffold dropped at the end of next week. So we've got a bit of a push. So I'll show you what we've got to get done. This is what we're working on at the minute. The tile hanging on the gable. Same sort of thing as the dormer, really. So we've got a 50mm going over the render. We may need to put a LED flashing in. I'm gonna have a look at that once we start. We've left an opening to get in and out, temporary. So what we'll have to do is tile round it. Thursday I've got a loft loader coming with all the material, all the sheet material. We'll load that inside and then we can close that up then. So that's all good. Chris is having half day today because it's Christmas. So we're just having a bit of a tidy up now. And I'm going to go to Ramsden, do a couple little bits over there, start clearing the site because we're pretty much done over there. So get the boards, got a new skip there now, so I'll get a few bits in the skip, clear me sheet supply, stuff like that. And that is pretty much it. So basically next week we've got to tile the gable wall, the dormer, get the flat roof on, that's coming today as well, and do the muck work, so the verges and the ridges. So hopefully the weather picks up and we're all good. So if I don't see you guys, take care and I'll see you on Monday.